If you're listening right now to the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, we know something about you. We know that you're obsessed with Little House on the Prairie.
For more than half a century, Little House on the Prairie, the series and the books have been bright lights for people all over the world who seek out goodness, decency, and human connection.
Here on the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, we celebrate everything that made Little House so special.
The stories, the characters, the actors, and the messages that have made Little House iconic family television.
And a perfect counterpoint to a world that feels like it's going off the rails every day.
Where is Michael Landon when we need him most? I'm your host, Pamela Bob.
And I'm your prairie bitch, Allison Arngrim.
And I'm Dean Butler.
Our hashtag imaginary boyfriend. Join us for our loving, quirky, and often irreverent conversations about the finest family drama in the history of television.
And the imperfect people who made it that way.
In this third season, we are extremely grateful for the support of VisitSeeMeValley.com for their continuing sponsorship of Little House on the Prairie and the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast. Well, hello, bonnet heads. How are you? I am in a blizzard at the moment. This is fun. I'm Pamela Bob, host and creator and star of Living on a Prairie and super fan. And I'm here with a prairie bitch. That's right, Allison Arngrim. And of course, our wonderful hashtag imaginary boyfriend, Dean Butler. Hi, guys. You're in warmth and sunshine.
Hi, Pamela.
So sunny.
Yeah. Well, for where I am, it's like 46 degrees this morning, but the sun's out. So, yeah.
Well, that's warm and balmy compared to
I know.
this.
71.
Again, the cruelty of this blizzard, not twofold. One is that the snow and the ice, it's not just snow, it's ice, finally started melting. Like we were finally able to get out of our driveway this week for the first time in weeks. And then the day before this second blizzard, it was the most beautiful day. It was literally like the blizzard episode from Prairie. It was sunny. It was warm. It like we were walking around without hats or scarves. We were wide open. All trapped in our homes, but winter.
Yeah,
winter.
it's probably was one of those days that New Yorkers just live for, as when the sun comes out. I don't know. You haven't seen the first pop of green yet. It's a little early for that. But it's that magical feeling that you New Yorkers have when the weather turns.
Yeah. And Bostonians and, anyone on this.
Sure. Anyone on the East Coast is going to have that. Anyone anywhere
Coast.
who has harsh weather is going to have
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, how's it going, you guys? How are you? All warm?
The kitchen got done. Kitchen got done.
Can you tell my bitterness? But anyway, the kitchen's done. It's so lovely. The blue. I hate you. I hate you. The kitchen looks gorge.
Kitchen got done.
Gorge.
Now,
I haven't
The
seen
backsplash is beautiful. You got to go on our Facebook page. It's awesome.
Okay, no. Wow.
We did the making of, like every time they got another phase, like now the sink is in, now the backsplash
It was
is in.
very exciting.
It really is pretty.
So you did like a whole thing. You did
Yes.
all of it.
There's new floor, new sink, new counters. I have a thing, and then the cupboards were just redone. They kept them, but like new doors painted.
Yeah.
And then we did a thing. I said, well, it's an island. And Bob said, no, it's attached to the wall, so it's a peninsula. You have a peninsula. But we have we had a table there, but now we have a thing and has drawers in it and a thing.
Nice.
Put all the pots back.
Nice.
And it's all this shocking dark blue. Several people said, why is it Doctor Who's TARDIS?
It looks really bright. It looks very bright in the photos.
Lapis. Lapis is the color. It's pretty dark, but it's got a kind of a heat to it.
Yeah,
and then the black and the black colors
I know,
and the thing
it's
and
so
and the
cool.
backsplash, which is like, I don't know, like mermaid
It's so
tail. with
pretty.
blue
I
and-
know, it's so pretty. Iridescent. It's called iridescent.
It's iridescent.
It's very
That's
pretty.
what- It's really nice. Big stainless steel new sink. We kept the 100-year-old dishwasher because it just works better.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Magic Chef, for those of you who know dishwashers, it's so
Wow.
It's Magic Chef.
Wow.
But we painted it black, and you can't tell now. It looks beautiful. You have no idea.
Oh,
Dishwasher?
you actually repainted the facing of it.
Brought in the enamel paint and just
Wow.
painted the whole thing black,
Wow.
and it looks like I got a new dishwasher.
Cool.
Oh my God,
That's
that
fun.
is so cool. My
Yeah,
husband,
because it's a great
who
dishwasher. It's
everyone
like
is
I'm not
home
going to get a
today,
new dishwasher, so we painted it.
my husband is in the process of painting our kitchen as we speak. So we're doing a little reno too, but not as
What color? What
exquisite as
color?
yours
What
is.
color?
Well, we did the living. Well, with our living room is like a bright sort of poppy emeraldy green, which is very very pretty. And then our dining room, and it's open
Mm,
plan. So then our
mm.
dining room is sort of like a mushroom neutral, with looks all of wallpaper that has a black background with flowers, which is very pretty. So then our kitchen, we're just doing the same mushroom tone, but we're going to paint the side wall like a, and see how it goes. It's really pretty. It feels nice
Nice.
to have a zhuzh in your place. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. Those things are really fun to do, and
And I
it's
love a
important to do it.
wallpaper.
It gives you a,
Joie de
yeah, it just
vivre.
gives, it sort of deepens your connection to
Yeah.
your place,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah, it's nice.
Because the whole,
We got a
it's like
new
on
sort
my
of
house.
Tiffany style
The
lamp.
wall.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's really, really pretty. I love a wallpaper. I'm team
Oh, we got
wallpaper.
recessed lighting. We got the lights were
Oh,
down.
you've done the
Oh, you
recent.
did
Good for you.
everything.
Huh? Well, he said, "You want the light?" Yeah, I want the light. Because you need a new sink. Yeah, yeah. You want two sinks? No, the two sinks, but the same. And it's like this, and he's like, and then the floor. I said, "No, I don't want that floor." The other floor goes a little extra. Yeah, okay. And then the counter. I wanted the counters. You can do. I said, "There's these counters that are very expensive and pretty, but you can't chop on them. You can't put anything hot on them. I'm like, it's a kitchen. It's a kitchen, for God's sakes." So I have very pretty counters, and you could whack them with a pot.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, okay. So, wow. So, and you have what, a combination of cutting boards and tile, or whatever the solid material is,
Not
or
cutting boards, but the counter and the counter there, it's made of some modern space age material mixed with stone or something, so that
sure.
it's very black and shiny, but it's not marble. It's not the stuff you can put a hot pan on it. You can put acidic things on it. You could chop
We may
on
have
it.
very, I'm trying to think of what it's called, but we may have a very similar material on our kitchen counter that you have.
I love a good home makeover. I love watching shows that have old sort of antique homes that have been completely dilapidated and run down, and they renovate the whole thing, and seeing what they create out of these old spaces. I love it. I'm a sucker for that. And I
Yeah.
love cooking
No,
shows.
it's magical.
Anything that creates
Yeah.
something that is so beautiful is great. Anyway, are we going to recap an episode, you guys, or not?
I think we should. I think we should get into this. This is going to be fun.
And if you guys want to see Allison's kitchen, just go to her social media.
Just go to Facebook page. There's a million pages, but we have to do the race because it's a sequel. The sequel to Bunny. We have to do the sequel.
It is, and one should not go without the other. Yes, it all bleeds in. And do I have thoughts about this one? As I know you guys do too. Okay, today we are recalling an episode featuring new shoes. For not just humans too. Thundering hooves. Yes, candied apples. So many candied apples. That's what happens when you starve a boy. But anyway, first, yeah, he ate the candied apples. Anyway, from UVN Go and Prairie Partners and visitseemevalley.com and you, our wonderful patrons, this is the Little House on the Prairie 50th Anniversary Podcast. Guys, Jean, what are we talking about today? Although we already...
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give
So
us
we
more
sort of know.
specific.
Today we're talking about, it's episode 3, season 3, The Race, which is interestingly laid out. It's laid out completely as a separate episode, and yet absolutely joined together thematically. It was connected at the end of Bunny. We know the race is coming when you look at the way the whole thing is with graphics is all set up. So they were designed to go together but separate, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
The race premiered on October 11th, 1976, written by John V. Hanrun and directed by William F. Claxton. I think this is one of Bill's most beautiful episodes, and I think it's because, of course, we can see, and Alice, we're going to talk about this later, the amount that was shot on location with this. This is all Sonora. Not all Sonora, but a lot of the.
See me. A lot of see me.
So all right. So good. So because it just doesn't look like when you get into all that open
Yeah, they're way
It
up.
doesn't
They
look
rode,
like Simi Valley.
They unless they took them up to Sonora with us, but they rode so far out. You know how when you go to Simi, there's that thing where you go up the road and thing, and there's just meadows seemingly for days. You have to
Okay. So it was there.
prancing around Simi, man. Check them hills in the background. Although,
Well, it's just- it was-
where does McGregor go? Where does Mrs. Olson go to buy that horse?
Right.
Well, that looks like the Paramount. That looks like the Paramount Western
There's
Street.
a hill in the back. I can't figure out if it's Paramount or Old Tucson.
It could be, yes, it could be either one of those.
Because there's that big weird hill in the background. Looks like Arizona. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, so all right, Allison,
We digress.
What is the race about?
Well, baby needs a new pair of shoes. I think working title. So, really, new meaning to the word needs a new pair of shoes. It's all about shoes. It's all about shoes. What's not to like? The race may look like a story about speedy horses, but it's really about shoes. It's true. It's true. For the Ingalls girls and for Laura's newly reacquired horse, Bunnies. It's all about a bunny and the thing. So she's got her bunny back because they got to run the Hero Township race. Did we know there was a Hero Township race? Has it ever been mentioned before? And it goes into the vortex with all the other characters.
It sure is. I love that the race is in the vortex. Yes.
And they said it was like the third annual, and it's wait.
Well,
Willie
season
gets
3.
a stomach ache. Nellie and Harriet
Right.
get a dose of humility, and Laura gets one of the great victories of her frontier childhood. It's a Prairie classic, powered by rivalry, horsepower, and footwear.
It's important. Whoever said shoes weren't important don't know what they're talking about.
I'm very excited about a couple of the guest stars that are in it too, because they actually have very interesting resumes. There's so many
Okay,
things going on,
awesome.
but you can really stand it. Yes.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
I recognized.
I'm sorry, you what?
I recognized. Well, we'll get there. I recognized Jack Lilly was a definite person.
Oh,
in
yeah.
this.
Well, Jack
Lily's
Lilly,
in it. And
Carl
all,
yeah.
all
Kitty.
the crew's in it. The crew's all
Yeah.
in it. They're
Yeah,
loved.
yeah.
All the,
Yeah, yeah.
all-
And I was like,
this
if
one
he's
is
in it,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, there must be other people.
All the
in
cowboys,
it.
all our wranglers, all the cowboys, every cowboy extra, every cowboy wrangler, our guys Pitty, our guys Lily are all on camera in this
Yeah,
one because
that's
it's
so
a horse race.
cool.
It's like cowboy, 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 cowboy. It's great. It's great. It's great.
So did they have to join SAG if they were in these episodes?
Not
Yes.
if they talk, and some of them talk.
Oh,
Lily
if they
was
talk.
sad because Lily worked as an actor extensively before.
I mean, if they worked as
Right.
extras, they had to be members of the guild.
right.
Of the extras
Were
guild.
they were extra. They were Screen Extras Guild, but if they
Right.
did it
Then
enough,
there was the Screen Extras Guild separate.
then there were people talking, and so he went sad. But Lily was sad because he was in Blazing Saddles. He was in everything. So yeah, so he was sad.
Yes. And he talks in several episodes. It might be just a one-liner.
Yeah,
He does get. He's a person
he's
in
awful.
Walnut Grove. All right, let's
And
start.
brilliant.
Let's start from the very beginning. Laura is training her horse Bunny, and she calls her Good Girl. So Bunny in this episode is a
No.
girl.
No, he's not.
She
But we
She
know.
refers to her as a girl later on in the episode too. So in this episode, Bunny is a girl. In other episodes, Bunny is a boy.
I don't think that's what I saw. What did you see?
No, after Laura finds the thrown shoe and walks Bunny back to town, as they're turning and walking away, Bunny is Buster. I mean, it's like
I think Bunny fully embraced his male persona.
Yes.
In this episode, despite what people tried to misgender Bunny
is
as and call him out. I think
Called Bunny a
Bunny
girl.
knows who he is. Bunny
Yes.
knows who
Bunny
he
knows.
is.
Yeah,
Yes.
we don't need to tell nobody who Bunny is. Bunny knows who Bunny is. Wait,
Bunny knows.
why would they have done that though? If Bunny was obviously not a girl. That is
If Bunny's not in the
bizarro.
books, there's not like some
No,
reason.
there's
oh,
nothing
Bunny's
to
a girl,
tie
Bunny's a-
to here.
No reason whatsoever. Bunny could have been a boy, a girl. It doesn't. I don't get. Why not just say he? Because
Sure.
we could all see.
That is so
I mean,
weird.
so many of these things happen. They just, the wranglers have a certain string of horses, and they just assign horses to particular. If there's a specific part for a horse, they just assign it, and it's based really, in this case, it's based on how the horse looks. I mean, Bunny is a very handsome gelding. You know, I mean, it's
Dean,
like,
I'm sure
but is
everybody-
supposed to be the shiny mare.
Dean writes for Allison and I. Dean writes a rundown of the episode synopsis so we can sort of keep track as we're recapping it. And I'm just looking at this now, Dean, and the first thing that you wrote, we learn for sure that Bunny is a he and not a she. And I said the exact opposite because the first thing she says is good girl, but you actually looked at the horse, as I did not, and said, "Oh, Bunny's a boy."
Well, you can't miss it as the horse is led out of the frame. The facts are very apparent.
Yes, sure.
It's-
That is bizarro.
I have a big TV screen. I went, oh, right. So I don't know why. They do not understand Bunny. Bunny, as I said, Bunny knows
No,
who he
Bunny's
is.
very
They,
misunderstood. Yes.
Bunny's misunderstood. Just for Bunny. Just for Bunny.
So no, wait a minute. So you're going to have to explain. You'll have to explain when we get to the to an appropriate point why the justice for Bunny.
They're all Bunny. She and Bunny
Well,
clearly
first of
is
all-
comfortable in his masculinity and knows who he is.
Yes. So there's the whole gender dysmorphia going on. Yes. Everyone
What's happening?
bring the poor horse. The poor horse gets beaten by Nelly. I mean, she gets tossed aside. And we're not recapping this episode. Then she gets shot in the end. Like, come on. The horse, this is not fair. This was not. I didn't know that. He's not seen that episode,
Well,
I
that's-
bet.
Nelly is
Spoiler
advocating for the shooting of the horse.
We won't talk about it.
No, but in a later
Poor Bunny.
episode,
Bunny is
which we
treated
have
this-
not
Bunny
recapped
gets
yet.
repoed on Christmas. I take away the
Okay.
horse, and then I'm horrible. But Bunny goes through it. Bunny goes through it, and now Bunny, as he says, but Bunny, the car needs all four tires. He's like, no.
Yes.
He said that this shoe is
Right.
falling off, but he said,
Right.
no. If you're going to, then no, you have to do all four. Just like because it's the alignment, much like a car. You can't. You have to on a
Yes.
horse have to have all the four shoes the same, because it won't be even. And even I know that.
Well, I think what Dorfler is suggesting is that if the horseshoes have been on for a while,
Yeah.
and then horseshoes do loosen. This
And wear out,
came off.
yeah.
You do not want to be in a race and have the horse throwing shoes. So he's saying now. In the country, look, I grew up in the country. We shod horses once a summer. They threw their shoes during the winter months, and that was that. And then the farrier came again in the early summer of the next year. In that environment that they're in, where there's no asphalt, there's no, horses could absolutely be out there without shoes on. I mean, horses for thousands of years
Grass.
did not have
That's
shoes.
what my question was. What do my question was, what do wild horses do? They're not in shoes. Like how,
Yeah,
why is this a thing? Yeah, I know nothing about horses. Nothing.
Well, you want them, and wild horses if they're in a rocky environment, they sort of trim themselves. I mean, their hooves break off, and but what you don't want is a horse on a soft surface with no care being done, and then the hooves grow and they curl, and it can be a really literally a hobbling experience for the horse.
And
So,
then if they're running on just grass out there and see me, but if they're going to run a race on a hard packed track, or God forbid your horse is somewhere where there's a parking lot, and shoes all the way.
It's just better. Yeah, it's just better that they have
Right.
shoes on. But I don't think that would have been a huge stressor at that particular time. But it's a good story point. It gives Dorfler a reason to be present, and he was wonderful, by the way. And I thought he was terrific. And I don't.
and
he
I
was
have my
there,
notes.
but I don't know. I don't know
This
him as an actor at all.
Dude, IMDb this dude. Oh my God, Mr. Blacksmith Dorfler, what a career. The guy was in freaking everything. Okay, this is Hans Dorfler, alias Jeter. James Jeter is his name, Mr. Jeter. Like 92 credits goes with, he was on Bonanza 7 times. Yes, of course.
Wow.
He was on the Waltons. He was on Murphy. He was on everything. The one where I lost my freaking mind was, as you know, Dean, remember when we come to the set, I was quite the punk, and I had my safety pins and my torn clothes and my Sex Pistols t-shirt. Had I known that he was in the Sex Pistols movie, The Great Rock and Roll Swindle, I might have had just an aneurysm and fangirled out all over. He's in it for like 3.5 seconds. It's like 3.5 seconds in music video. But our dear sweet Mr. Jeter, who plays Mr. Dorfler, was in the Sex Pistols' Great Rock and Roll Swindle.
Wow.
As the Nazi Martin Bormann. Now you may go, what? Why? Why is there even Martin Bormann in this movie? Why is he Martin Bormann? What is happening? In the Great Rock and Roll Swindle, they do a scene from some of the music videos, and there's one of the music videos with Ronald Biggs, who's the actual great train robber, and him and Sid Vicious were friends. It was all very weird and complicated. And they had a song about, people getting away with stuff. And they talk about, oh, yes, and those Nazis running away to Argentina, and look, they got away. And there for 2 seconds is our darling Mr. Jeter in full World War II regalia with binoculars on a bridge. And you go, I had to look it up. I saw the credit. No, I do not believe this. No, this is, and I pulled up the music video. No, it's him. It is like this long, but he is in the Sex Pistols movie. As Mike Vernon of all people.
That's awesome. He has a lovely quality. He really does.
Incredible actor. He was in absolutely everything. I had some other, but yeah, no, he's just like he did all these bizarre characters he played. He was in a lot of movies and did a lot of weird stuff. And you need to look this guy up because he's a genius, apparently.
Wow, who knew?
And he is just being our black.
He's very charactery, and so his casting is going to be very specific. See, although you go from Nazi to farrier in 1800s to, so he's an everyman. He's a kind of everyman.
Yes.
Versatility, absolute versatility.
It says on his resume, I can.
So
farmer. That's range, baby.
Yeah. So from the horseshoes, from the horse needing the shoes, then we go immediately to where we see the conflict or the challenge in the episode.
Juxtaposition.
Where the shoes become, one shoe becomes another set of shoes. Three
and
pairs
remember,
of
this
shoes
is the
for
70s
three girls
where
in each shoe.
Terrible inflation. If anyone was around in the 70s, nobody could afford anything. And that's why so many people gravitated to the show, because we were always doing gags about $1.75. How will we, and what slate pencils were only 50 cents last year? What do you mean they're, and the whole audience would go, yark, 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 because we were having whip inflation now and families were trying to make ends meet. So to go from the thing kind of like, oh my God, we need tires for the car. And then suddenly the shoes on the girl, everyone at home is going, tell me about it. And kids going out of shoes. So yes, wonderful audience identification moment. The whole shoe jacket.
Totally.
I loved it.
Right. So then it's $1.75, which is a discount deal. $1.75 for Bunny's 4 shoes, and then all 3 of the girls need new shoes. So they decide that they have to go to the mercantile. They don't have the cash, and Ma's like, "We're gonna have to charge it," which is against what Charles his beliefs are.
Cash on the barrel.
And so they're in the Olsen's mercantile, and of course, your lovely mother up the entire
at her finest.
She's
so
awful, just awful. So they're trying to get the shoes. They say they have to which Mrs. Olsen does not like one bit. And then, so awful. Well, I have hand-me-downs from Nelly that I'm sure I'll give to the poor. I'll help you. This is charity. Fortunate.
Beggars can't be choosers. Yeah.
Now, they also make a big point, Miss Ingalls, of we don't take charity. Now, of course, if you've read the books, of course they did. The Ingalls took charity all the time. The whole thing, the whole lovely scene in the church where they all got gifts that they talk about. But because that was a barrel that was sent, but they took up a collection to other churches for the desperate people of Walnut Grove. They had the locusts. They'd had a bunch of stuff go wrong.
Interesting.
And everybody in Walnut Grove was having a horrible time. And the other churches were absolutely taking up collections of food, clothing, and gifts to send to the areas that had been hit hard by the locusts and the weather. And you betcha, the Ingalls took charity all the time.
The entire Homestead Act was an act of national charity.
That's right.
For people.
That completely changed the
country. It could be framed that way. Now, maybe people didn't frame it that way. They're, look, you had to be on this land. You had to hold it for 5 years. You had to improve it. I mean, you had to pour yourself into this. But nonetheless, if you did that, it was yours.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you've
And
got
they
to
also
keep it.
needed to nail it down because as they were taking more and more land for the Native Americans,
Yeah.
they would say, okay, we have this much weight. If we don't put anybody on it, we're going to have a hell of a time explaining to the Native Americans why we just needed several bazillion acres. So everybody go move there. It's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
a plops of people on there.
it's
They said, we got to, they wanted to expand. They said, we got to get people out there.
Yeah.
such a complicated, huge
Yes.
part of our history as a country, and the most transformative bill ever that our country has
They
had,
did
which
it
is
in
the Homestead
Canada.
Act.
They did it in Canada. It wasn't just here. They did it, the Dominion Act in Canada,
Yeah.
and my great-grandparents were
Oh,
Dominion.
really? Okay.
That's the Arngrimsons got a farm is Dominion Act.
Yeah.
So yes.
Wow.
Yeah, tricky.
Okay. So
tricky.
this was not unique to us. This was done.
Yeah. They wanted people out on that land. If we're going to say this is ours and this is our country and tell everybody they have to leave, we better put some people on it.
Manifest destiny.
Manifest destiny. It was all manifest. And then, of course, you did have a lot of people who were like, I cannot possibly afford a farm. Now you can for $9.99. Yeah.
Yeah. If you'll just live on it. Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
yep.
So so after Mrs. Oleson, I love that. I love the thing. You know, everything that's in this store we have paid for. You know, she's and so she offers up the charity, and Caroline wisely chooses not to accept it because she knows what will happen is
I
Nellie
will-
will lord this over the girls
Can you
in school.
imagine?
Yeah. Oh, I think.
I thought about that. Yeah, I thought about it. What would I do? What would I have done had they shown up wearing my shoes? What that episode would have been like if they should have, oh, you're wearing my shoes. Do you like my shoes? Are they comfortable? Oh my God, it would have been horrible. I'd have been like the worst person ever. You're wearing my shoes.
Yes, it would have been. Oh my God.
What is it Mrs. Olson comes? She goes, snippet. And it's snippet. She calls them all a bunch of snippets. And I'm like, what just happened?
So they decide they're going to wait until they can pay cash, and then on the way back, of course, Caroline explains this. One of the I just want to cite these traveling shots. This was one of the things that was so specific to Little House, and if this was shot at Simi, it was just in an area of Simi that we did not normally see, because there were all of these beautiful wide shots where the wagon was just allowed to travel. Maybe there's dialogue, it's a oneer, but you're getting this beauty. And I think this was one of the huge reasons that the company went to Sonora and to northern Arizona on those occasions, was to get those shots. The fact that they got those shots in Simi,
I think they did.
and not a place that was easy to get them, but these shots were so beautiful, and it gives the show scope. And of course, and I think Bill and Ted Voigtlander, who shot this, did a beautiful job capturing as much space as they could capture in Simi.
Yep.
Now, in filming locations, they will usually say, even on IMDb, it says Big Sky. And I know I didn't go anywhere for this one, but then I didn't really ride a horse.
Right. Totally.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're just sitting on a ladder. I mean, in these races.
I sat on a horse. I sat on a horse for this. I sat on a horse
Okay.
for 10 the whole minutes. Still, very still.
Oh, doing your
Okay.
takes.
Yeah.
So you were not on
when
the
I-
ladder. You were on the horse.
Giddy up and whoa, the beginning and the end. It has to be me on the horse. That's it. That's all it.
So, all right. So they know that they have to. Laura knows that she has to work, find the money to put these shoes on. So she goes to work, or attempts to go to work, offers to go to work for Mr. Dorfler, which is a really fun idea. They have to go see Pa. Now, Pamela, I'm waiting for you to comment on
Oh boy.
Pa's look in these scenes. I think this was. I mean, Michael was always a striking presence on camera.
Yeah.
Particularly so in this episode.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on with the hair. What's going on?
he's got a
with,
good cut. The shape is very
he
good.
really looks fantastic in this episode.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, there's no more to say
And
other than
he's
yes.
happy. Yeah. He's happy she's working. At first he's like, no. But then but I love that, imagine nowadays a little girl being this excited about
I know.
shoveling
And she's
horse
such
poo.
a go-getter, and she's
really
so
dramatically glad.
No.
You're like,
Yeah.
She's
And what's
either-
also
which-
interesting about this What's also interesting about this episode is that the more it goes with the Nellie Laura sort of rivalry, the more you can tell the parents are also like, oh, she needs to win this race by any means necessary. Not in a bad way, but just like, we will support whatever she needs to do to win this race, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, Mrs. Olson's already made the mat, and then Laura smells like a dirty horse. One in the yes.
Well,
Laura-
okay, so
Laura
let's get to this
smells
moment.
like
So
a
Laura
dirty
starts
horse.
working for Dorothy,
Right.
cleaning his teams, cleaning the horses. And I just have in my notes, so yes, Nellie and Willie start taunting Laura yet again. It's like a, which is gross of them. But I just have in my notes, the all of Nellie to be doing this to Laura after what we went through last week. She faked paralyzation and now she's taunting Laura once again. This girl is demented.
Well, this is the beautiful amnesia that characters have in these situations. I mean, you know, there's no conscience that Now, Allison, let me ask you.
Yes.
Let's ask you. Are you pulling a thread through here, or are you just responding to a new set of outrageous things that you're being asked to do?
Both, and Mr. Olson Nels forgets nothing. Because after this, at the dining table, when I decide there's going to be a race, I'm going to have a horse, I can't be shown up, I can't be shown, she got my horse, that's my horse, and I whinge and whine. You have children. Was that severe whinging and whining at the dinner table?
Let me tell you something.
That was just painful. I'm sorry.
Okay, so first of all, the dinner, well, let's not skip. Laura shovels the disgusting, dirty, poop-infested hay onto Nellie after she taunts her, rightfully so. And that's
Not
the impetus
for
yes, right. And that's the, like, I need a horse. I'm going to beat this girl at this race. There's no way she can. Dinner table scene at the Olsons. And Nels puts his foot down, which is great. You think he's really taking a stance, and he's not after what she pulled last week.
After what you pulled. You lied to us, young lady. You lied to us about being paralyzed, about not being able to walk. You did this, and he does. Let's do a recap of how horrible this girl is from the last episode. And he does it right there at the table. And Mrs. Olson is, you shouldn't have given it back. She wants it. I actually say the words, you shouldn't have given it back. You should have shot it. And
an amazing piece of dialogue.
When I got that line, I was like, oh my word. I'm sorry. I am definitely a soft touch for animals. I do not go around shooting horses. I am absolutely opposite to animal cruelty. I am one of those people. I barely eat meat. Hello. And so the idea of saying, you shouldn't have given it back. You should have shot it. It's like, I read it. And went, whoa, dude.
Even when you said it, I gasped.
I know. No, it's unbelievable.
And I realized when I did it, okay, as I always used to say, what's the worst way I can say this? When I had a line that was in question, well, what would be the worst thing I could do right now? I could say, well, yeah, I should have shot, but I realized that the worst thing I could do was to say, you shouldn't have given it back. You should have shot it. Absolutely deadpan.
Right. Deadpan cold.
And I know you go, ugh! It gives you like the creeps. It's like, oh, psychopath.
Yeah, I mean, she truly. Oh, if Percival only knew. Yeah. I think about that all the time. Like, Percival doesn't know that. She was a horror.
He didn't know.
And that dinner is you in your bedroom crying.
Well, this is one of the classic. Yeah.
This scene.
All right, let's talk about this scene, because you are really off the hook. Awful manipulator in this one.
This is some good whingy crying. Now, this is one
this is your best cry.
I really cry like that. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I think it's your best cry.
It's
so bad.
Now, the thing is, I do kind of cry like that, which has been a problem in my life where there have been situations where I was really upset about something. And I started crying, and my friends kind of backed slowly out of the room because they went, why is she making that sound? Because at some point I'd be like crying, and then I go, yeah! People go, no, wait, that was real? Oh, geez. Oh, God. That was a real thing. So, yes. So I went there, and I went for, I guess, the most fingernails on the blackboard. That's usually what I'm thinking about, is what will be the most fingernails on a blackboard sound or line reading I could do. It does. If it hurts me to hear it, I think I hit the right note.
And it's
so that, yeah.
And it's the entire, see, it's not like it's just at the top and then there's a conversation. It's the entire, I was amazed by how well you kept it up so brilliantly through the course of the entire
it was a
scene.
oneer.
It was a
Oh,
wonder.
you
It
know,
was a total oneer.
there's
Yeah.
other angles and multiple takes. I mean, this went on for days.
Yes, yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm
it
sorry.
did. Oh.
You did. I'm sorry. You did do multiple takes on this.
There was a couple takes. There was a couple cut. You know, there's always some technical.
I feel like there are
hoo-ha.
no
Wasn't-
cuts in the scene from the time she comes in and leans over you. It's like it's one shot.
Yeah, but we stopped and started. There was a couple like, oh wait, start again. You know, there's always a couple
Okay.
of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no, I was doing that for a really long time.
It was
So,
long. It
something
was a
that-
long time.
Yeah. Now, and something I noticed also is that in a different circumstance, this is a scene that would have been looped the way, because the crying was so strong in the microphone, you could hardly hear Catherine.
Can't hear. I know. I was so loud you
That's
couldn't hear
what makes
Catherine
it so
McGregor.
funny.
I could drown out Catherine.
But I'm
McGregor.
sure in post, they looked at this and said, we will destroy, this is a wonderful scene. We will destroy this scene if we loop this scene. But I think this, in another circumstance, they would have looped this scene.
would have needed
This
to
is
loop
exactly
her
the kind of
because-
scene that would have been looped.
The idea that I could be loud enough to drown out Catherine McGregor, the loudest human being ever to walk the earth,
And you were drowning her out.
shouting over
Well,
me.
it's just about where the mic positioning was.
Ah!
It feels like
But
you were, the mic was just off camera in front of you, is what it feels like.
But also, it was absolutely appropriate that way. Like, that was the whole point, is that she is
Oh,
pulling
yeah, no, it was
this,
great.
this manipulation so much that her mother feels she has no choice and make her happy. I mean, out loud when she was like, "How would you like a doll?" And you went, "No, I don't want a doll." You're
I like
just so
my-
good,
I
Allison.
want an old doll. Ow.
It's so good.
I love that one.
It's so good.
It's
So
so
of
good.
course, Mrs. Olson is like, "I'll do whatever you want." And
I want horse. Best
Nellie
horse.
wants
I
a
want the best
horse.
horse in all the world.
Mother will take care of it.
and the
And dessert. I get
Yes.
dessert. I get an extra dessert. And then Catherine McGregor turns into Mama Rose from Gypsy and does this whole Mama will fix it and like totally goes there as she heads out the door. It's lovely.
Yep.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Well, your
That final
turn,
shot. Yes.
your turn from the tears to the lip smacking. I mean, the thing you do there is like, oh my God, you are wicked, evil, unrelenting, unapologetic.
And
It's an awesome turn. I laughed my ass off when I
and
watched
brilliantly
it.
directed.
And she threw
Brilliant. No, I was going to say it's also brilliantly directed because the way that the camera is shot, it's that Nellie's in the foreground up close and we see Mother in the
course.
background, and then
It's
the
a private
reveal
moment.
of the evil smile is just oh my
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful,
She threw in
wonderfully
dessert. She
constructed.
threw in dessert. She's getting me a horse, and I'm getting extra dessert.
she's the worst. She's the worst. It's like parenting 101 do.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Right?
Mr.
To be a
Olsen.
dopey. It's like
This is exactly the kind of scene that parents. This is like the cautionary tale.
Yes.
Scene that this is what happens if you overly coddle a child. You create a monster, and this is so much that duality of the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it, and this is object lesson in how not to parent.
I have met people, fans of the show, who told me that as young children, if they misbehaved or were being unruly or demanding, their parents would say, "Stop acting like Nellie and Willie, or I will send you to your room. You're going to turn into Nellie Oleson if you keep
Yeah.
doing that."
Yeah.
I was a tool. I was a cautionary tale.
Yes.
I was a threat.
Yes.
All
Okay,
right.
so
Oh, the next scene is
More manipulation.
That's another. This
Another
show
brilliant-
is so filled with great classic moments.
This show is not about a horse. This episode's not about a horse. There's way too much going on. Not about a horse. Just saying.
Harriet and Nels in bed. I love this scene, and I was laughing as she's playing this, and his reactions are so good. All right,
So good.
Pamela, talk about this. As
Okay,
you
so
watch this.
first of all, any bedroom scene between Nels and Harriet is like gold. So much is revealed about their relationship, and always in these scenes, always down to what she looks like when she goes to bed with the, with the tied ribbons in the hair to make the curls, and there are other episodes where she has the face cream, and the whole thing is just awesome.
Love it. Love it.
It's just awesome.
Yeah.
So they're in bed. We have a private moment, and Harriet is acting nice and sweet. We haven't been on vacation in so long. How about the two of us take a day and go out and he's like, who's going to man the store? And she's like, who cares about the store? Which is already red flag that she doesn't care. She's like, well, if anything, the town folk will appreciate us more for having been gone for a day.
What was that?
It's so rude. And so he's like, okay. And she's like, yay, and goes to bed. And then it's the close-up on Nels.
Well, no, wait a minute. Let's you
sells
jump
it.
past like the let's find a nice secluded spot.
Yes.
Picnic.
I mean, it's like this was a very on Little House for a woman to suggest let's find a nice secluded spot, and Nels can't believe the writing.
No.
Harriet.
Nor does he want it,
She wants to
apparently.
go. Okay.
No, he wants
does
no
not.
part of it.
Want it.
He's horrified. He's filing her nails, and Harriet has decided she's going to go buy a horse, but she sells it to Nels as a sexy, romantic getaway. We'll have a
That's
little
right.
picnic, in the old days when we go out where there's no one around, and he's going, oh, God, no.
He does not.
No.
Nope. It's a very
That's just
funny
too much
final
anxiety.
moment of his face. It's so much anxiety. Yes, it's so much anxiety. Okay.
No, it's classic. I mean, what a
it's so
great
good.
moment that is with his bed, with his nightcap on,
So
pulling
cute.
his covers up over his face. He is terrified.
Yeah, he's in hell. He's in hell.
Yeah.
So
That's
now
funny.
and he's going to go to maybe they're looking for things to buy for the mercantile, perhaps,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, he's
and
going-
he's
yeah.
going to go into a store.
Oh, he's going to go
and
to
she's
town.
like, have fun. And he's like, wait, aren't you coming with... Got something to my own, which is
it's like,
going to buy a Rolls Royce,
stable.
a.k.a. a
Right.
thoroughbred horse. Yes.
Was it Sparks? Sparks.
Sparks! And the Irish guy, because if you know historically, the Irish and the horses, the Irish love horses and the Irish really know their horses. So I love that they had the whole bit, the cliche of the Irish guy selling the horse. That's a thing historically. Love it, love it, love it. It
That's
was very
so
good. Yes.
cool.
Oh, you want you want the Irish to sell you a horse.
Well, right. So
That's
she
interesting.
wants the best horse on the planet. So she wants to take a test drive.
Well, that's what Nelly demanded.
That's right.
Yeah.
She takes a test drive and gets on this horse. Now, who was the brilliant stunt woman? Or maybe it was a man. I don't know. Who was the stunt person doing this? Because this was no joke. This stunt was insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
literally,
This was
not
really
just running
involved.
around and bucking and circles and everything, but then being literally thrown off of the horse against a wall. That is crazy stunt stuff. Do you know who this was?
I don't, and those people are not credited. You don't see credit on that. But the whole choreography of that moment, the whole thing, the
Yeah.
racer up on the sidewalk
Yes.
and the people diving out of the way,
mean,
and
the
Nell's
the
diving out of the way
choreography.
as he comes out
Yes.
of the store.
It's
It's a
insane.
really wonderful moment. Great action, not the norm in Little House at all
No.
that you would go here. And then you have this wonderful process shot cutting to Catherine sort of rocking back and forth in the
On the
saddle.
fake horse thing.
Funny, funny.
It's so funny. It is hilarious.
Catherine hurt her back at some point, and I think it may have been on the weird rocky horse thing somewhere that she did actually like sprain something.
Really?
Because of the chiropractor. But then the slumped against the wall. I mean, it was like, yes, suffer for your art, do it, because it was freaking amazing. It was freaking amazing. The way she's all discombobulated
and Yeah, and they could only do that with the Mrs. Oleson character. I mean, maybe Nellie they could do that with, but they couldn't pull this kind of ridiculous physical comedy else other than Mrs. Oleson. It's just so perfect. So, of course, instead of being like, we are not taking this animal because this animal's crazy, she's like, sold!
Sold.
Sold.
That's the one she wants.
Like, you're going to put your child on this? Cool.
And the guy's so glad to get rid of it. He's like, yes, get him, go. Sign here, bye.
Right. I mean, Sandler comes running out. Are you all right? Are you all right?
She could have been
wonderful
killed.
Sort of groveling presence that this guy had. He was great. Certainly, she says, I'll take him.
Funny. So funny, certainly.
It's just her react. This was a really nice cut. So you see her thrown against the wall, and then you cut to the outside where the horses run out. So you have this opportunity to logically then be able to cut back and do that reverse as Sandler comes running in. And there's Catherine looking
sprawled.
I mean, she is in a daze.
Yes, it's so good. It's so funny.
It's awesome.
It's comedy with a K, folks.
He later was in our show again. He was Judge Simpson in another episode.
Okay.
He worked all the time. He was in everything. He was in The Graduate. He was he played the president on Buck Rogers in the 21st century. He's another one of these. He was everybody in everything. And I'm like scrolling down going, wow, wait, no, wait, yes, wait, no, he was. He was in everything.
What is his name, Allison?
He is, I'm going to scroll to the top. This dude is Mr. Walter Brooke with Sandler. Walter Brooke. And really check him out because, he was in The freaking Graduate, Tora, The Green Hornet. You name it, he was freaking in it.
Wow.
So, check him out.
Wow.
But nothing can compare to Horse Salesman.
He was really good.
He was great.
He was so good.
They were all really good. This whole ensemble cast is really good.
Yeah. Seriously. Okay, and of course Nels comes in and is like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm buying the Rolls Royce. And he's like, what? Are you crazy? First of all, Nelly does not deserve this horse. This is not what we said we'd do. And second of all, this is a Rolls an exorbitant amount of money on this thing that they clearly had. And what's interesting is she's like, this is my money from my account. And I thought, what was that 1870? To have her own money and her own account? I don't know. I mean, I'll take it. It's part of the story. But logistically, I don't know.
Because remember, when she talked about marrying Nels about half interest in my father's store and blah, blah, blah. So if it was her parents' money and she owned the store, so... And Nels was very progressive and probably said,
yeah, that's true, actually. That is true.
If your husband said, sure, you have your own account, then nobody cared.
Right. Not that it matters to this storyline. I accept it no matter what it is. It was just a question I had. Okay, so they're delivering Saturday morning.
Right, and deliver her on Saturday morning, and his last line at the act break is him.
What is wrong with everybody?
This horse
is a boy or a girl.
Mrs. Olsen is fixated on that this horse is a her. And it's actually a him. There is horse gender issues.
Yes.
Top to bottom in this episode.
Yes, I feel like we need to petition or something. Go on a march. This is really weird. This is so strange.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's a funny little bit that they do here. His performance of him, that sort of meek correction that he does is really wonderful as we go to black at the end of the first act.
All the
first act. We've been doing 45 minutes on the first act, everybody.
All the Wranglers working on the show were cracking themselves up because all of this he, she, horse nonsense back and forth. It's a boy, it's a girl. The Wranglers were like, what you people not know?
So let's see. Let's just look at this. How do we speed through the second act? Tony, you're going to do a little lift here. I just want to see where we're. So how does And I mean, there's a lot of mechanics going
Yeah.
on here in this second act.
Well, there's the gambling, and then there's the discussion about who shall be the jockey because of the weight.
Right.
Right. Well, that's at the very end of the act, I think, because that leads to Mrs. Olson at the beginning of Act 3 telling her that Willie's
But
going
it
to
comes
arrive.
up early because when they start gambling, they
right?
go, "Well, Laura's lighter," and then that's when she freaks out. And yeah,
I think we just have to try, guys. I just think we have to just try and speed through
pull
this.
ourselves together.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're really,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, bring
All
us
right, here we
back,
go.
Pamela.
Yep. Okay, we're back. So now Laura is caring for the horse. Dorfler thinks
Actually,
that-
we're not back. We're continuing on. So just
Oh,
so
right,
we're
we're
back. This is
continuing.
Act 2. We're just
I'll
continuing
start
on.
again. Take 2. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Laura is taking care of the horse, which again, rude.
Right.
But Dorfler thinks
Right.
that Bunny should be shod now so that Laura can train her because a horse cannot just sit in a stable. They need to be worked every single day. But Laura's like, "Pon, I want to pay cash on the barrel. We don't want to do anything before we can pay for it." Okay.
Right.
Now the little gambling bets are starting to happen in the town because, by the way, the race now is just down to Nelly and Laura. It's just a two-person race.
Well, it isn't yet. It isn't yet, but it's going to
Yeah,
become
it's
that.
about to be.
Yeah, because the actual
We
racehorse
see
shows
Jack-
up.
We have a
Right.
scene with Jack Lilly and Carl Pitty
Right.
speculating about who's going to win. Dorfler comes in and says, no, you're both wrong. Laura's going to win this race.
Yep.
And I torment Laura because there's a prize now. Mrs.
Always.
Olson, since she thinks it's in the bag, has contributed her beautiful silver cup. So I'm walking around because I'm just walking down the street.
That's what you
carrying a
do.
silver cup. Because,
Yeah.
sure, that's totally normal to go, look, I have a giant silver cup. And show this to little, what the hell was that about? But indeed. And for those of you, with the old TV versus new TV, yes, you zoom in the silver cup, you can totally see the camera and the guy standing in the background. It's that one shot. They mostly,
Really?
they remembered and they correctly tilted the cup. Watch that cup through the whole episode. Watch that cup through the whole episode.
for that.
They tilted it correctly in every other single scene so it didn't reflect anything it shouldn't, except while we're there at Barney go, oh, look at all those legs. Is that the camera? Hello. Yeah. Do you?
I
once.
love that. That's one.
That's great.
sure you
I got to
can
go back and
see-
look at that again.
Couldn't see a thing in '76, I'm sure, but I saw it.
Wow. That's
I was
awesome.
like,
I love.
but we
So-
got really
things like
careful
that.
after that.
Okay, now Nelly's new horse.
Yeah, so
arrives.
then
Very shiny.
so Sandler arrives with the horse, right?
Beautiful
and
horse.
and here another Nelly thing, which is just so wonderful.
She's
Tell the
awful.
stable girl to
Tell-
to water, give him a good curry and water him well.
Can I go wash my horse? Yeah. Toast.
Jesus, she's the worst. Okay, so now Laura has a heart-to-heart with Pa. As we've all, I'm sure at some point with one of our parents, have had a heart-to-heart about it's not fair, something not being fair,
fair.
about someone
It's
else
not
gets something
fair.
that you don't have, or and it's not fair. I sure know I have had that conversation with my parents. Because some girls get everything that they want and other girls just have to hold on to little crumbs of pieces, work towards getting
Without a lick of
something
work.
more.
Some girls without a lick of work. Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
And
This
also
is one
that
of
she's
those
a
great
thoroughbred
Little
now.
House lessons.
I know.
Yeah. But this is, this is Pa who's, who's making it okay that this is just the way of the world. That the world is
Yeah.
not a fair place.
Yeah, it's such a hard
And he does it in
lesson.
this really lovely way.
But he tells her she
Yeah.
has determination and spunk, which I love. And she goes, "Spunk's not going to help me now. She's got a racehorse." But he stresses that, yes, this does happen. And there are these people who get all this stuff and don't. But you are an Ingalls and you have
Right.
determination.
I mean, horses can't read the papers. Bunny
Yeah,
thinks
he
she
said
can
horses
win.
doesn't know.
So do I.
Yeah, I love that. I love
Yeah.
Right.
You got to try. You can't quit. No Ingalls is a quitter. I won't, Pa. It's a very sweet
It
moment.
is. It is.
Yeah.
From the pioneers to the presidents. Explore beautiful wildflowers, hike through iconic Hollywood locations, and end your day aboard the actual Air Force One at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum. Throughout the summer, Take the Little House 50th Anniversary Tour at Big Sky Movie Ranch. Less than 15 minutes from Los Angeles and 30 minutes from Universal Studios.
All right, so now we're back with Dorfler, and Laura's seeing Dorfler, who's shooing Bunny now.
Right.
And this is also such a sweet, lovely scene. And he says to Laura, you know, that you have to work out this horse. You cannot leave a horse in a stable without working her out if you want to win. And it's impossible to do without shoes. I'm giving you these shoes now so you can do it. I believe in you. And then he gifts her a racing saddle because it weighs less than a regular riding saddle. And obviously, even a couple pounds different makes all the difference in a 2-mile run.
So now, Pamela, have you ever ridden on a Western stock saddle as opposed to an English flat saddle?
I know nothing about horses, but
so
interestingly
the difference
enough,
in weight. Yeah. So the difference in weight between these two kinds of saddles is dramatic. I mean, even a light Western stock saddle in those days, they were not made with, now they're made with sort of fiberglass and everything underneath that makes them lighter as the underpinning of them. It was a much heavier proposition. I mean, my grandfather rode a saddle on his horse. The saddle weighed 45 pounds.
Wow.
So, I mean, the horse was, and he was a big man. So you had a load there. So it's even a well-constructed normal Western saddle is going to be close to 25 pounds.
Wow.
This flat saddle is probably 10 pounds.
That's huge.
It's sort of in that range. It's a big difference. And it's just easier for the horse. The horse moves more freely in it. It's a Western stock saddle is really sort of envelops the horse in a way that, and it's also much more comfortable to ride too, for the rider. But big difference in these two kinds of saddles.
No, I was saying that my cousin who lives in Oakland is a huge. She doesn't own the horse, but she's been her horse that she's taken care of for 30 years now. And she's also a horse masseuse. She works with horses. She's a horse. She massages the horses. Yeah. And they need it. Because if they're worked or if they're in pain, she knows how to go in there and be a physical therapist, a horse physical therapist, which is really, really cool. Wow. So the only horse experience I have is when I go out to visit and she's like, get on a horse. And I go, okay. And she knows what she's doing. And I have no idea what I'm doing. But they're so beautiful.
And she lives in Oakland?
Yeah.
She lives. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Where I'm sitting right now, we're about, 30 miles from Oakland. So it's pretty close.
Well, up in the hills in Oakland, there are stables and trails, and it's beautiful.
Skyline Drive.
Gorgeous.
Skyline Drive is where all that is. Yeah.
Dorfler also says, Nelly isn't working her horse at all. This horse is just getting fat and lazy in the stable. That this horse or horse based on these conditions.
And they start gambling, and they all start gambling, and
they sure
Doc
do.
Baker, who apparently was not always paid in chickens, pulls out this big old silver coin and says, "Oh yeah, I'm betting on Laura," and then happily announces, "Well, Laura's at least 10 pounds lighter than Nelly." And I shouted various expletives at the screen. Yeah, F you, Doc Baker. What are you talking about? The reality is insane. Neither Melissa and I weighed more than your purse. I think at that time, so 76, 14, oh my God, I must have weighed 90 pounds soaking wet, if that.
Right.
I mean, he weighed a pile of feathers. We weighed nothing. We were tiny little girls at 14. I didn't break 100 pounds until I was 15, 16. So I didn't weigh 90 pounds at that point. We were rail thin, tiny little people. Yeah. So the idea that he's going to be, it's a lot heavier than Laura. I was like, yeah, up yours. Talking about my weight. I was most distressed. And then they keep it up with that whole Willie. Oh
I was just whoa, when Doc was ching, here's this silver dollar for you. It was very, very impressive. I'm like, oh, maybe he is hot Doc after all.
I told you.
And of course, Harriet is listening to the conversation. So now
Well, and that's
we're
the
in
whole
trouble.
point.
We
Yes.
are in
She
And-
hears
trouble.
And that is the
When
end of the
anorexia
second act.
begins.
And let's take a break.
Yes.
We'll
be right back.
Talking about the young girl's weight,
I
body
know.
image.
It's insane. We'll be right back.
Fat shaming on the prairie.
Fat shaming on the prairie. And it's
No one
so
is
demented
spared.
because I could fall through a crack in the floor. I was so tiny. And that's what I was like, I beg your pardon.
Well, I
People
literally
Size two.
we're back.
let's come
everybody.
back.
We're back. I think we were back already, but anyway, yes, no, anorexia on the prairie for sure. Started by the mother. I mean, this is so twisted. What happens next? It's so like, talk about parental fail. So now Harriet decides Nellie is not going to ride in this race. Willie is going to,
Because
which is
I'm apparently too fat at a size 0 or whatever the hell I
right.
was. Jesus.
And Willie is as a negative size, and also he's so little.
he's
I'm like,
tiny. He
if
weighs-
you're gonna kill your child, it's the
Yeah.
whole thing is like
The
she's
idea of putting a kid that
insane.
small onto a horse that big
He's much
in that
bigger.
situation. You
I
just
mean,
wouldn't do that.
I know
too young, he's too
nothing about
small.
horses, and I know that is a terrible, dangerous idea.
His little arms trying to hold the reins. No, he'd be torn to pieces riding that horse. It'd be a disaster. He'd be in the hospital.
He'd be
Starves him.
flapping like a flag in the wind on the back of that horse galloping.
No,
along.
he'd have no control over it.
And
Yeah,
then she
yeah,
starts
yeah.
starving him. No dinner for you, no dessert for you. And I mean, as if this could get any smaller than he already is. He must weigh 60 pounds. He's a little tiny
if
wisp
that.
of a thing. If
If
that.
that. Yeah,
He
yeah.
was a baby. Yes.
You know, I mean, what this is all about is the silver cup. This is all about the
Yeah.
silver cup. It's got to retain that cup. We're not
Well,
giving that up to those peasants who
Right,
might take it from us.
right. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then we go to the Ingalls. We go to the Ingalls. Well, actually, so I'm sorry. Catherine promises, or Mrs. Oleson promises Willie candied apples if he does well. No sweets for now. He'll get candied apples later.
all candy apples you want.
Yeah, and so he's hungry, but he's going to have to endure. Cut to the Ingalls house. Pa chowing down on delicious dinner. Everyone's eating, but Laura, of course,
Yep.
who's now also suddenly decided
She's now.
that she's got a weight issue now, too.
Who weighs about 65 pounds
Yeah,
and is
she's
apparently
like a- yeah.
anorexic.
I mean-
and they're having chicken and dumplings.
Yes.
There's no dinty anymore. It was chicken and dumplings and biscuits. It was like a-
Well, I never felt more of a kinship with Laura Ingalls when at the end of that scene, she picks up the carrot, nibble, then drops it and picks up the cake and takes a big bite of the cake. And I was like, same, that's me. Drop the carrot.
Here I have a quick comment to make about the end of the dinner scene at the house. When
Yeah.
Michael reaches over and takes her plate and empties it onto his, I don't think it was rehearsed that way.
Really? Because her
there
reaction?
was something in her reaction which said that this was unexpected. She starts to smile, almost laughs, but I think that was a very this was the kind of thing that Michael did. He
would've.
was very
He'd have done
easy about it, and I think
Yes.
the cameraman just followed. But I don't think this
Of
was
course.
rehearsed.
It's also
this way.
smart. That was also a very smart move on his part.
Very well may have, because I couldn't put it past him. Could not put it past him.
I don't know that that's the case, but just
Well,
judging from her reaction, this was not expected. So
But
anyway,
I love that they're anti-anorexia at the Ingalls house because she says, no, your health comes first. I mean, you
That's
weigh,
right.
your health
They're
comes first.
anti-
Crazy.
A phrase I never thought I'd heard. They're anti-anorexia at the Ingalls house. This is so
They're very
weird.
sensitive. You must at least eat your vegetables. You must eat something because you need to be healthy. This is ridiculous. Thank you.
Right.
well, so this all makes sense because of the next scene that you're referring to. Nellie is eating candied apples, quizzes Laura about training. Laura offers Nellie gingerbread.
And I had another great moment. I couldn't possibly. I'm so stuffed I probably won't even be able to finish this candied apple, which I'm apparently obligated to eat. Miss Piggy strikes again.
Yes, for sure.
And of
for
course,
sure.
and then then she offers it to Willie.
Yes.
Right, she offers it to Willie. Now, she doesn't know that Willie's writing yet, right?
Right, this is how she finds out,
This
right?
is how she finds out. And that's when she realizes that Willie's writing, that's when Laura throws away the carrot and eats the gingerbread.
Yeah, no, it gets
Freaks
real.
out.
Sorry, I misconstrued the scene.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
no, it's when she finds out
Yeah.
that Willie does it. And
It's like, what can I do? I mean, I
had more in
have no
common.
shot here. If weight's the issue, I lose on this, is what
Right.
she's...
Right,
That
because
was
it's
sort
not
of
like she's going to
interesting,
drop
too, though, that she
25
did that.
pounds.
Would she take off a limb or something? How would
Yeah.
she-
Right, she's
Yeah.
right, exactly.
But you know what's interesting about that moment is that as dedicated and determined as she is to win, the choice that they gave her to toss the carrot and eat the gingerbread, that's sort of an interesting
It is.
choice. So what do we think about that?
No, it's so real because especially a kid, she's already gone, oh God, it's not fair. Oh God, and this girl, and now she has the word now. Oh, and now they're not even, it's Nellie's horse, it's versus mine. And the unfair people have just said, to heck with it. We're not even going to pretend it's about anything but winning and keeping her cup. We're just going to have Willie. Willie can barely ride a horse, and he's like, what, 7? What are we even doing?
I know.
And,
Thought of
okay.
him on that horse.
You would just go, fine, I'm going to eat some gingerbread because this is just stupid now. I give up. My life is ruined.
So you think that's what it is? It's like,
Yeah, you
I
just
give
you're
up.
just so frustrated you give up. And she's young too. She'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm out. Give me my
Yeah.
gingerbread." I
Yeah.
agree.
Or she just has very healthy psychology about her body and food and nutrients.
I think yeah.
No,
It's one or the other.
I don't think it's
does.
anywhere near that thought out.
Ma tries to instill those values, but no.
The anti-anorexia at the Ingalls house. Never forget it.
And then Pa to the rescue again. Pa to the rescue
Right.
again.
Right.
Talking to Laura.
And then
Yep.
Pa,
That's right.
Pa always takes these. It's in scene after scene after scene throughout the series. It's always Pa's long walk into a scene where he's going to set things right,
Right.
where he's going to be the voice of goodness, where he's going to be. This is why people responded so beautifully to Michael in this part. Children everywhere loved him because there's such goodness as he comes into this, and he walks in with such purpose. It's not by chance. He's coming to do good.
And the message is always that no matter how much material wealth they
Whatever-
might have, what
whatever
we have
happens,
is richer.
you're okay.
That's right. And
Right.
and that you have
Well,
a
and
horse that loves you.
You have what she doesn't have. A horse that loves you
Right.
because
That's right.
Nellie, no animal or human can stand to be in her presence. So yes, her horse doesn't love her because no horse loves her because she's a monster. Yeah.
Right. She's a
Yeah.
monster.
So into that, then Laura's renewed in her confidence. She's obviously a little nervous about this. It's really the scene, the sort of the framing of the scene is not crystal clear as to why there, why now. Now that is Sonora. That moment, that's not
Sonora out
Simi
there,
Valley. That's
Meadow.
Sonora.
Yeah. Okay. They probably took off for some of that stuff. They had to-
So
The
but
scene where Doc
she
Baker is
he
going
asked
through
if
the
she's
field,
ready
yeah.
for the race.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
that's like
really what it's
Kennedy
about.
Meadows or something. They're way in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
Right. So Laura she was doing like a warm up for the horse? Is that what she was doing? Or
She's doing a light.
out?
She's doing a light canter, a light loosening up, light run, and not even a run. It's literally a just a loosening of everything, warming the horse up a little bit before, just the way you'd
Right.
see a runner in a foot race.
Right.
There is light running before the race.
Stretchy. Yep.
right.
And she, Doc Baker.
Unfortunately, though-
and we're kind of like, why is Doc Baker in this? Because we have to like the thing.
Well, so she passes
Yes,
Doc Baker,
this is a
and
really
this is
nice.
another.
This is a nice little moment.
This was another fun fact. Like Doc Baker's like, can't be at the race today. Going to visit my mother. It's my mother's birthday in Sleepy
never
Eye,
heard that
and
before.
I'm like, Doc Baker has a mother. Doc Baker has a mother in Sleepy
Eye?
Eye. Well, okay. Some backstory about Doc Baker that we never knew and will never come again to any kind of importance whatsoever. But that was a shocker.
Right.
Mother and sleepy.
Well, particularly after he's put a silver dollar on the line, and he's got, it's like you think, Mom, I'll be there for dinner, but I've got to see the race.
Screw the mom.
But it's a convenience.
Laura's like, okay. Yeah. Of course. Right. So Laura gets back into town.
He's far away.
And the next thing we know, Nels is running to Doc Baker's office. Wrong. Willie is horribly sick with stomach pains. It could be very, very serious. And Laura, being a good Samaritan and a good neighbor and a good person, is like, I just saw Doc. I'll run and grab him. So she gallops the horse in full speed to get Doc Baker, who does turn around to go back to take care of him. But now the horse is exhausted. The horse
don't want to do that.
Tired.
That's why the whole thing.
Right.
And again, Nels has learned nothing from Nellie. Willie says he's sick. Oh, right. You know it's some kind of nonsense. You know he's not really sick. But no, he believes him. So Doc Baker gets summoned back.
And then, of course, as Laura gallops out of town, you cut to this beautiful shot that Laura comes into camera right. And it's just this wide open lock shot where Laura runs, the horse gallops over the horizon.
Yep.
I mean, it's really a beautiful, beautiful shot. So unusual for television to do that kind of a shot, because generally you weren't shooting in situations on backlots and all the things people had to do. I feel like that shot was Sonora. I
think they took the stunt women to Sonora, and they had like Doc Baker there, and of course Melissa and Michael were there, so they went, okay, we can shoot this stuff here. Because you don't see, there's no crowd scenes of people cheering the horses in Sonora. It's just long.
Just beautiful stuff, and such confidence with the camera. Just set it back, turn it on, and let the horse gallop, and it just plays beautifully.
Perfect.
So Laura catches him, turns around. Doc Baker, I love. Okay, let's talk about this scene with Doc Baker and Willie. It's a great scene.
So
Willie
is sick, ha. We all know why.
Well, I love that Doc Baker's doing the thing that doctors do, where he's pressing his abdomen and
on his tummy,
and just to see what's going on there. And ow, ow, ow. I mean, Willie does such great whiny,
Good.
Yeah. And then Doc Baker raises up his foot because he feels something sticky, and he's got the candied apple stick stuck to his shoe, and then he finds more. This is
like
great.
6 of them? How many did he eat?
Like half a dozen.
Well, that's what happens.
You would be sick.
That's what happens when you're starved. You binge, baby. You binge.
So crazy.
So he binged all the candy apples, and now he's horribly sick with stomach ache. Nels and
boiled
castor oil
sugar
is the treatment. We all know what happens with castor oil.
Not
so pleasant. And Willie's
it was not a kind.
No.
Yeah, not a kind prescription. I mean, Doc Baker's looking at this sort of disgusted. Give him castor oil and let it work.
And they would sometimes give it to kids as punishment, although it's a laxative. And if you're sick, But nowadays, when you castor oil, it's full of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. It's actually really good for you. Who knew? No, it's terribly good for you, but it tastes terrible, and you run to the bathroom. But
so what? So
right.
all right. So a little. What is castor oil?
I have to check because it's not the same as the fish. Because cod liver oil, which is fish oil that we all take today, is the other one. Whereas castor oil is more the plant-based one, and it is nasty. It's a very powerful laxative, but it literally doesn't make it.
Oh, castor oil is a thick,
if you're really
pale.
Sick, you need laxative.
Castor oil is a thick, pale yellow vegetable oil pressed from the seeds of Ricinus communis plant. I'm that.
Yes, which
it's
is
a
the
powerful
castor plant,
natural,
which is where we get ricin from, which is a terrorist poison. Ricin.
Okay, so Ricinus communis plant.
This is the part.
It's also used in skincare and hair products for moisturizing and anti-inflammatory properties. Who knew?
Wow.
It's good for you. It's good for you.
Yeah.
But there's also the castor plant, because that's ricin, as in ricin, as in deadly poison. So parts of the castor plant are very dangerous.
Wow.
Nels is pissed. Rightfully so.
Who knew?
And now, obviously, Nelly will now be back in the race because not.
But no,
Right.
they're saying they're going to cancel it. They threaten to cancel. Are we going to cancel? And then there's this whole, we're canceling, we're not canceling, we're canceling. Because we're going to cancel. Well, if you're canceling, then you forfeit. Then that means Laura wins. No. It's not. No, we're not canceling. We'll do it tomorrow. No, we can't do it tomorrow.
The horse is exhausted. Right.
So
And then
that's why
Mrs.
she
Olson-
wants to run it now. You think that's why
Yes.
Mrs. Olson insists on running it now?
Sure. Yeah,
She's like,
yeah.
she wants to keep it going because there's people in town shopping, whatever. And then she's like, wait, she's a horse is exhausted. Yes, yeah, Nellie can totally do it. She can
And she's like, well, we might as well just
Right.
forfeit, and we'll just take the crown because forfeit, which
Yeah.
is
Yes, and we keep our
You can
silver
forfeit.
cup, and we're good.
It's all about forfeit. I'll forfeit, but Laura would win. So then it's like, oh, Laura can't do it. Well, then she's forfeiting, and I just keep the cup. Horrible people. Horrible.
So now Laura's very upset and very sad, and she's back with Pa and thinking, I didn't want to give up, but I can't do it. Happens next.
Right.
Nellie gallops past her, and the horse, we have a full Seabiscuit moment. The horse is like,
Yes, love that.
and Dorfler's like, Bunny doesn't look. Bunny wants to beat
Doesn't
this
look
horse
tired
too. Bunny
to
wants to
me.
beat Nellie too. Yep. And
He's
the horse
competitive.
totally
Bunny's coming through.
because Bunny is coming through. So looks like the race is
There we are.
back
This
on
is
again.
Allison doesn't ride a horse. Secret. Allison does not ride horses. Allison does not. At that point, I was actually even terrified of horses. I'm not terrified of it.
Interesting.
I don't ride. And so
being
I'm
terrified
sitting
of
on
horses.
it under
Yeah.
duress. So, and you can see me clutching. I'm like, get me off here. And there are literally the guys, our beautiful wranglers, are on the ground, and there are 4 men, one each holding a leg of the horse, and somebody
Well,
else is.
you know-
Lily's got the reins, and they're making sure the horse does not move while I'm sitting there going, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm sitting on a horse. Yes.
So when you've got a horse in that situation, all you need to do to ensure the horse is not going to move is just pick up one foot.
No, they
Just
don't
pick
like
up.
that.
The horse can stand
Oh.
on 3 feet. Cannot stand. Can't move on 3 feet.
3 feet.
That's it.
Of
Unless
course.
it's specially trained to do that. So the
The
horse
guys
is going
got
to
'em.
not move at all with one foreleg up.
Which is probably what they did, just grab, pick, but yeah. And they know what they're doing. They're like telling me, it's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
the horse isn't going anywhere.
Also, it's a trained horse. We've told
Right.
the horse to not move.
Right.
We've said, stay. And he's holding the reins. So nothing's happening, ever. You're
Yes.
just,
You were perfectly safe on the back of the horse.
Yes, the horse moved. The horse is breathing, and the horse switched its tail because there are flies. The horse is not moving. You
Right.
need to calm the hell down. But I was just like, and then of course 5 seconds after we go giddy up, the incredible stunt woman gets on. It's like, whoa, what just happened? And the horse is flying across the country.
You're double for that because we see in a couple of shots later as Mr. Hansen drops the flag and the gallop begins, and this is one of those wonderful. Well, actually, let's not list this. Mrs. Olson is about to award the cup to Nellie, and then Pa walks in with Laura
With
on
Bunny.
Bunny, and game on. And so, and then of course you had your moment, and then the stunt girl gets on, and we're off and racing. And this is one of those moments where David Rose did a number of different cues for these kinds
Yeah.
of things. It was just strings, and it was the speed, and
Strings
it's
for
floating and wonderful, and this is one of those cues that David Rose wrote that was used many times in these kinds of circumstances to
Yes.
evoke speed and thrill and all of that. And they're off and
Now,
racing.
This also episode is all about editing because stunt people, actors, so I know now. Melissa loved horses, but they say, "Honey, no, this is
There's no way she's on that
80
horse."
miles an hour.
No,
Y'all ain't
no,
on the horse.
the
No,
horse
no
is
actors are on the
fast.
horse." They said because the actor falls off the horse and you hurt yourself even slightly, you're holding up production.
That's
whereas
right.
they just grab another stunt.
Or,
person.
could die.
So we don't put the.
Yeah.
Or they could die.
Or you could die,
So some people
paralyzed.
who know what they're doing, they're less likely to get hurt if they do fall off the horse because they know what they're doing. They might be able to get right back on. Or if they are hurt, there's another.
And if they
stunt
are hurt,
person.
you just get another one.
Whereas the
Right.
actor falls off, they're not going to know how to fall off a horse. They're going to get horribly injured. Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
I'm on a thing, much like the ladder. I'm on a thing. They had this fake horsey thing. It was like a big metal can, and it was like on rockers. And then they set up a big wind machine. And so I sat on this rocking thing, going, "Giddy up!"
No, and shouting, that's what you're shouting.
Move! And the wind machine is blowing. And yes, I'm having the Miss Piggy thing. I love the when we go to Patreon, we need to discuss the Miss Piggy comparison again.
Okay,
Because
done.
the Miss Piggy thing comes out again, Mom! Where I turn into this violent creature,
Yes.
da, da, da. And I don't know, just move. I don't know
So
anything about
funny.
horses. That was all I could think of. And so I get to go jiggle with a wind machine. I did that for quite some time, and they edited that in with these beautiful stunt people.
Yeah.
Brilliant. There's people who still think it was me. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Now, a couple of things in the that I noticed. There are a couple of shots. One, two great shots. I have no idea how they got these shots. Great shots between the horse's legs as they're galloping. Where does that shot come from? Where is that? Today, you could put a small camera underneath between, but you can't do that with a Panavision camera.
Oh,
How
that's
are
so
they getting
interesting.
that shot?
And is somebody lying on the ground, or they just put the camera down
No, I
and
mean,
stepped away?
it is a point of view shot between the horse's legs.
Yeah.
Wow.
They must
How
have had
did they
some
do
kind
Where
of
is that shot coming
rig.
from? What's that?
There must have been. There
Yeah,
must have
but
been
if
some
it's-
kind of
it's-
camera that they could rig.
Yeah,
But it
no,
would have been big and bulky and
yeah,
burdensome.
but that would have been really something to get. And maybe they had some very tiny 35 millimeter camera, because they weren't shooting Super 8 film. I mean, it was 35 millimeter
Yeah.
film. There certainly are small versions of those cameras. And I guess I'm thinking that that's probably what they did, but it's mounted, attached to the cinch, underneath the horse on a rig, and the horse is galloping, and they get this wonderful point of view through Nellie's horse's legs, seeing Laura's horse out in front.
Hell did they do
It's
this?
a
don't know.
great shot.
Well, remember when steady cams first started? It was a big deal.
It
We
would've been
had
that.
one right away. So if it existed, we went and got one. So
Yeah.
maybe there was
Yeah, maybe
horse
it was a new toy. Maybe it was some
Yeah.
cameraman's new
But
toy.
Yeah.
And we buy
No,
God,
exactly.
we
I mean,
had
that's how this stuff came about.
Yeah.
Now, with Nellie's, I want to make a point about Nellie's double. For someone
Brilliant.
who's ridden at all, you do not, if you see someone riding and they're holding on to the horn, you know they're not really a rider. No rider is holding on to the horn in a situation. You just wouldn't do it. You'd feel like you were a total fraud if you were hanging on. So Nellie's double was holding the horn in a point of view shot. Now, it wasn't you. There's no way it
Right.
was you.
No,
But
But that's
no, of course. But they but portray me, who's an idiot,
Right.
who had been holding
Okay,
the whole
Right,
that
no,
makes
that's
sense.
what it is.
That makes
Genius.
sense.
no,
That
that's
makes
Because
sense.
that's how you tell right away, Laura Nelly.
Yeah.
Because,
Yes.
and we were getting ready to run. I'm like holding the horn.
yeah.
'cause I
She
am an
doesn't
idiot.
even
So-
know. She doesn't
and
even know
so,
how to do it.
And so, of course, they were. See, this
No,
is how
that's a
brilliant
good
it was.
call. That's-
I
that's-
find
yes.
Harlan, our beautiful publicist, took me horseback riding some years ago because I said I want to get over my pathological thing about horses, and he taught horseback riding at
Really?
a camp for disturbed children and all this. You name it, he's done it. And so he said, I said, well, I'm your candidate there, and he said, no, I've taught riding to everyone. Come with me, and they got me the slowest horse in the world, and I sat on, and that poor horse was like taking a nap, and he said, but I didn't know anything. He's like, no, you kind of hold on with your legs. I'm like, what? He's like, no, you use your legs.
Yes.
Oh, and you put your weight
Yes,
here,
your thighs
and then
your heels are down,
Yeah.
and you're
Thighs,
gripping
your
the
heels
horse
are
with
down.
your thighs.
That's
the
why your
thighs,
inner
and then you
thighs are
hold
so
on to this,
strong.
and you hold this here, and then I went, Doug, you're like, no, but it taught me. I didn't know anything, and I went, oh well, this is a lot more comfortable, and he's like, yeah. So like we went around in a circle basically, and I was able to be on a horse, not fall off or have a heart attack. So whoopie doo. But I don't ride. No. And I didn't know that even then. I was like, no.
Yeah, no, why would you?
Right.
If you hadn't done that before. So really the race is the race, and
Right.
It feels like Laura leads the race from start to finish.
Yep.
Bunny is a front runner and wants to be out in front, feels that, maybe closed in for a second, but Bunny stretches out, great finish, galloping at Jack Lily down at the bridge. Here they come. And
I mean, it's super exciting.
Yeah.
If I was a town folks person, I'd be
Yeah.
psyched
Yes.
for this day. It really
And
is
also,
thrilling.
I'm heavy at my, 65 pounds, whatever I weigh. I'm so heavy, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
Whereas Laura is an experienced rider and is, as Doc Baker said, much smaller than I am. So, of course, she knows what she's doing, and as a horse that is paying attention to her. This horse just showed up the other day. A horse has no idea what I'm trying to tell it. It's like, what is going on?
Right.
So of course she kicks my butt here.
Right.
Duh.
Right. So obviously, while Willie's in the pooper,
Yeah,
Laura
that's right.
wins.
I forgot about Willie running to the outhouse. Willie's in the outhouse for the entire race.
Yep. So funny. This little robe. It's so funny. Okay, so Laura
my
wins.
God.
Yay. Laura
Yes. Yay.
then has to be
Yeah.
awarded.
Mrs. Olson, full stage mother.
Yep.
Go to your room. You're punished for losing.
I mean-
Go to your room because I lost.
Yeah. Harsh. And then Laura has to be awarded the silver bowl, the silver cup from Mrs.
Yes.
Olson. And in classic Ingalls, first of all, also the celebration of the townsfolk hugging Laura and how happy they're in Dorfler. It's very dear. It's very sweet. It's lovely. But in classic Ingalls fashion, they return to Harriet in her home because Laura says, I cannot possibly take
Right.
this
Keep
silver
this.
bowl from you.
Right.
Your mother gave this to you. I wouldn't want someone else taking something my mother gave to me. And Mrs. Olson is genuinely touched by this. I mean, really is. She got her. She got her.
Got her. She's crying. She got her. And it's the thing. The Ingalls are sensible. They're like,
And what are they going to...
What are we going to do?
What are they?
going to do?
I mean, even when they passed Laura the bowl, I was like, "What are they gonna do with this bowl?"
Where are we going to put this? We have no use for a giant silver bowl. We don't know where the hell we're going to
Yeah,
put
it
it.
just didn't belong in the decor of that.
No, it
little
was
house.
And so
preposterous.
they don't like that. They want, and it was all about winning and about Nelly. Didn't care about the cup, for God's sake.
No. Right.
And then
No.
Mrs. Olson like, no, take it back, make the crazy lady happy. Just give it back.
Well, and of course, this is the tie-up moment in the episode.
Yes, which is brilliant.
No.
Which is
where
to
yes, I mean
compensate.
this is where the writing of Little House is so terrific, and
It is.
it's all tied up in a wonderful little bow at the end. Everybody gets what they need. Mrs. Olson,
Yes, because to compensate
back
for
what
not
she
taking
wants.
the bowl, Nell suggests, how about we give the girls the shoes that they needed
Shoes.
instead?
It's like, that's
And
priceless.
Mrs.
Pairs of
Olson
shoes.
absolutely agrees, except Nell's is the one that makes her give them the shoes instead of Nell.
That's so good. Good.
So there's a dose of humility he gives to her, which is deserved.
He's reading on that when he said, and she agrees, yes, and the shoes are in the storeroom, Harriet.
yes, it's the least you could do, Harriet.
That's right.
The shoes are in the storeroom.
And that
As
final
he
scene, right? And that final scene is you see the three girls with the shoes over their backs
Walking away
walking
with
back
their new
home, and Mom and
shoes.
Pa holding hands, and they're all going home, and it's just fantastic. And that's the episode. I mean, it's so it's so perfect. It's so perfect. Nellie is crying. in a
And
room.
Sparks the horse, I guess, is with Mrs. Reverend
In the
Alvin and all
vortex.
the other characters in the vortex. Sparks
Oh,
goes to
yeah,
the
what
church.
happens to
Where's the
Sparks?
horse? Where's the horse? Where'd he go? She spent a fortune on him.
She shot her. Nellie shot her. Nellie had her mom shoot
Him.
him.
You should have shot
Yeah. Shot him.
Kill the pools.
Well, another
Yeah, no,
classic
it's a-
episode.
Brilliant. Love it.
I think, when you look at how season 3 started with the collection to Bunny to this was a very, very strong season opening.
Incredible season.
Season 3 is my favorite season. I have some of my best episodes in season 3.
Yeah.
Bunny and the race. And I'm so glad we covered the race and that you liked my scene because everyone fixates on Bunny. But Bunny and the race are supposed to go together. And many people just go, oh, yeah, the race. But those things that go on in the race, like that crying scene, the race is great. The race totally is
Yes.
compared.
I mean, I'm not joking. I think that bedroom crying scene is your best crying scene. I mean, in all of your crimes, it was incredible. Incredible.
Well, the wickedness of it is epic. I mean, epic wickedness on your part there. Catherine and I were watching, we just were sitting there shaking our heads yesterday as we're watching this. It's like, this is so delicious what you're doing here.
Yes.
In that kind of, those
word.
moments are absolutely killer for you, and you understood them, you filled them. It's like when you licked your chops as your mother goes out the door. It's like, oh my God, you are vicious, wicked girl.
I mean,
this is why it was so enjoyable.
Right.
The things for me to do was exciting. It wasn't boring. And now this is why people hate me so much.
Of course.
I was
going
gonna
to
say,
love you so much.
This is what you did, and what did in this episode and all of these episodes this is how an icon is made. Because what you did was iconic.
These were the little things that added up, and that's why when people come up to us at events and go, "I just hated you, I'm just so mad," and you go, "What are they on about?" This is what they're on about. Is these things that just.
But
and
it's
the best,
Allison,
the most I can explain is the fingernail on the blackboard thing. I went, what's the most irritating way I could do this?
Yeah, but it's also,
and I would just go,
but it's also based
one.
in truth. That's why you're so good. I mean, the reason why I said that crying scene I think is your best crying scene is because long scene and you have to maintain that. But there's never, even though you're manipulating the cry, there's never a phony moment in it. You are so there and in it the entire time. It's really brilliant work. It's really brilliant work, and that's why people believe that you were actually this girl.
You're the best crier that when we did Living in the Play, you cry over nobody's business. You are such a good crier. I'm an annoying crier.
Were those glycerin tears or were they real tears in that scene?
Oh, I think we did glycerin that day.
I'm not mad at it.
It's like real
it goes on and on.
When I'm faking,
no, it's
that's
great.
why like that whole thing in He Loves Me, Not, where all of a sudden it's like waterworks. And it's like, where the hell's that coming from? Oh yeah, because it was faking before.
No, and even the fact that it was glycerin tears actually makes it better, because the fact that Nelly could yes, and the fact that Nelly herself to snot and cry to get what she wants is evil in itself. It's so evil.
Yes.
So good.
It is.
You're an icon.
It is. I mean, you know what?
It just cracks me up to hear you talk, to hear people go, this was really, I mean, I'm in hysterics. I think it's the funniest thing in the world, but yes, so proud. And it's so weird to be proud of something like that. You are so horrible. It made me sick. Oh, thank you.
Allison, those moments made you who you are in this. It's those, and these two episodes really are foundational. I mean, there are other, obviously, many hideous moments that preceded it, that started right with "My house is the best home in all of Walnut Grove." I mean, it's like all starts right there. But this is like evolutionary manipulation.
Season 3 escalate. That's why I love season 3, because season 1 and 2, okay, I was spoiled. I was this. Season 3. Suddenly, I'm pretending to be paralyzed. Everything goes off the rails. It goes off the rails in season 3, and that's when I'm like,
it's great.
Also, just the costume choice. The costume choice for those 2 red ribbons to just be right on each side of your face during that scene also is such a great juxtaposition of like
my poor Auntie Marion though. Because she was so sweet and said, and she used to call me her favorite niece. I'm her only niece, but she was, and she loved me so much. And I was basically, a good little girl. I didn't do stuff like that. I mean, I was basically a good little girl, and always very polite and good with my Auntie Marion, because she was so kind to me. And so for Auntie Marion, who thought of me as the best, most good little girl, would just go. That was very good, dear.
I'm sure she's wondering, as she's looking at these performances of yours, thinking, how often has this girl worked me? And I don't even know it.
No, Marion was slick. She wouldn't have fallen for none of it.
You're just having so much fun, and
But
it's
she
so
would
clear
she would be
you're having
taken
so
aback,
much fun.
like, well, I guess this is the job. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I also wonder what it was like. Like after that bedroom scene, you give the evil grin. I want to know, what was it like when they said cut? Like, what was the moment after?
I bet it was huge laugh. Huge laugh.
Was it always just huge laughter?
To me. I mean, there were definitely like some giggles. I know I was like, okay, yeah, lunchtime. Yeah. It was like,
Lunchtime.
you get it all out of your system. It feels really good.
Just
it feels
another
really
day
good.
at the office. Right.
Yeah.
Lunchtime. Love that. That's awesome. I mean, look, I think we've done this.
We did it. We've done it. This was so enjoyable. Nelly overload. Love it. Iconic stature. Yeah, girl. I know you guys enjoyed it too. Thank you so much for being here with us. Check us out. LittleHouse50podcast.com. Like and subscribe. Great review. Why don't you? And we'll see you next time. Bob, get the wig. Let's fly with our horses. Laura still wins.